Hello boys and girls. Today we are going to learn how to make a little brown paper bag puppet owl. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. And you are going to use all of the things that we sent you in the package, as well as maybe a Sharpie, a glue stick, and a pair of scissors. Go ahead and get those supplies out and get out what you got in your package from NGL. So you should have a brown paper bag, a big sheet of gray, a little smaller green, smaller white, smaller blue, smaller brown, and pretty teeny tiny orange. Okay? So I'm going to start with drawing and then cutting and then gluing it all together. So let's start with, maybe let's do the tougher part. So I'm going to take this orange sheet of paper, I'm going to fold it in half, and on one side, leaving plenty of space, maybe over halfway through, I'm going to just draw a V. That's going to be our beak. On the other side, I'm going to draw kind of a skinny U. Whoop. This is going to be our feet. I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3 bubbles for little toes. All right. Next, we're going to fold this in half, the black sheet in half, and draw a circle as big as you can on that fold. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect because you can always flip it over and try again on the other side. Same thing on my blue sheet of paper. Draw a circle in the middle, pretty big. If it's not perfect, no worries. And again on the white sheet of paper, pretty big circle. I'm trying to make sure this one's bigger than the blue one. There we go. A little sketchy, but that's okay. And the biggest circle will be our green part of our eyes. So that's all the drawing for our eyes and our beak. Last but not least are the wings. You're gonna go ahead and fold your gray sheet of paper in half. And in the top corner, on either side is fine, draw a big curve. Then you're gonna swing down. And then right in here, we're gonna curve in a little bit and then back down and around. So it's a little bit of a sideways teardrop shape for our wing. Now, if you looked at this example, you'll see that it has little horny horns right there. You can go ahead and make just gentle V or upside down V for those if you want. Not every owl has them, so they're fun to add, but you don't have to. And then all you got to do is start cutting things out. Now, when I'm using my scissors, I put my thumb in the little part, my fingers in the bigger part. Make sure I'm cutting away from my body and careful where my other hand is. Now, these are kind of like the engine, the cutting engine, and this is like the steering wheel. So I'm using this hand to steer as I cut. So I only have to worry about cutting with my right hand, but turning with my left. Now notice I kept my paper folded as I cut, and we're going to keep our paper folded every time we cut with this project. I got my wings and little horns for a barred owl. Remembering to make sure I know where my fingers are so as not to get hurt. And especially with circles, it's important to use your left hand to turn as you're cutting. And don't get too worried about being perfect. We're just doing this for fun. It's not a realistic owl. It's very low pressure. last but not least, with our beak right here is the only thing that's a little tricky. See how I drew it on the fold? Keeping it folded, but I'm not going to cut right back here. I'm only cutting on the line that I drew. So I'm cutting up, pinching with the other hand, and cutting over just on the lines that I drew so my beak can open and close like that. And then the feet, I'm just going around the lines that I cut as best I can, not getting too worried about being perfect. Whoop, if I can get it. There we go. Alright, now I got all my little parts all nice and cut out and drawn and ready to go. I'm going to close my scissors, put them far away so it's nice and safe. And I'm going to take my little brown bag, and at the tippy top, or what used to be the bottom is going to be the top, we want this part where our hands are going to go in, and this part right here where it flaps, that's going to be our head, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start with the biggest circles for my eyes and then get smaller. So start big and get small. Go ahead and put your glue on. Put them on either side of the head, as even as you can. Don't worry about being perfect. Nobody's perfect. And when you're doing glue, you want to screw it up a little bit, but not too much so you're not wasting glue. You don't really need a lot with this project to get it to stick. There you go. Boop. Boop. Now that I got my eyes down, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of the beak, just on one side. And right in between my eyes so that mouth can open and close. Yeah, he's cute. I love it. All right, going to go ahead and glue down my little feet at the bottom of my puppet. And the wings, you're going to have this straighter side on the outside like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put plenty of glue on the inside. Make sure gluing the wings kind of tucked up underneath that head. Here we go. Last little bit, the horns. If you want, for a barred owl, there's lots of different types of owls, but the barred owl has these sort of feather tufts that are called horns. There we go. Oh, he looks so excited. And last but not least, if you want to go ahead and add little U's or V's for feathers, you can. You can make them longer or shorter. It's up to you. And that is about it, boys and girls, for your awesome owl. I would love to see your little owl puppet. If you want to come on into MGL and look up some books about owls, we have lots of information here and lots of awesome sauce crafts for you this week and next week and the week after that. This is it, guys. Don't forget to be awesome and hope you have a wonderful